Okay, this is part 17 of my Dragonborn Assassin Archer Let's Play. Set to Master, hopefully soon to be Legendary. And I've come back here to Ravenrock after the last episode. I sold off a heap of stuff here in the town. Dropped in at the house, mixed some invisibility potions, dropped some stuff off there I wanted to keep. I handed in a few quests here, so I dropped off the East Empire pendants to the guy here in the square, and he gave me 2,000 gold for 4 of them. I handed in the book that we got in the shipwreck and finished that quest off. And I ran around and checked out a few people for quests, and I got a quest there at the top to locate the hidden stash of Ember Brand wine in Ravenrock, and also got a quest to clear a temple of some spawn ash, or some ash spawn rather. I fast forwarded time 48 hours to see if I could bring on the courier from Rallis, and he did turn up when I come out of the house. So we've got the next stage of unearth to do as well. I also fast forwarded time a bit to see if I could sell off some more stuff to these vendors, because they've had more than I could sell with the money they had. So I fast forwarded time 48 hours to do that. So let's turn that quest off for now. That's out of town, but we've got a couple of quests to do here in town, so we'll go and clear the Temple of Ash spawn, which is right here. There's the crazy courier that turned up, so we've got to go in here. Why is it locked? I think if they wanted me to clear the temple, they'd actually leave the door unlocked for me, wouldn't you? And to be completely honest, I'm getting a little bored playing the Dragonborn DLC part only. Probably because I know that patch 1.9 is coming, and it's going to bring with it a new difficulty setting of Legendary. So I'm sort of really looking forward to the Legendary difficulty setting, and I probably really want to start a new character from scratch and play it all the way through on the Legendary setting. What are we doing here? I did actually change my armor around a bit, so we'll have a quick look at that. I've got on a Mourner's hat, which has just got a couple of enchants on it for archery and magicka, and I've got boots for stamina, gloves for archery and magicka, some robes for magicka and stamina, a ring for bows and magic, and a necklace for lockpicking and pickpocketing. And that's really because I've changed weapons, so I'm using just a straight longbow and the elven dagger. So I've dropped the weapons that had the enchants on them, so I no longer need the clothes that had the enchant for destruction on there. So I've only got a clothes on, so I've only got a 50 armor rating, and that's from the reward stone. So hopefully, let's just check what I got. Hotkeyed here, so I got that bow hotkeyed, and I got the elven dagger. I'll put invisibility on the left hand, pull that dagger out, change to the bow. We're all working as we should. Let's go and do this. Pull the ash spawn. The legendary difficulty, that'll be interesting to see what it actually turns out to be. There's been a few videos by some of the PC guys because they've already got it, and what I was actually supposing happened, I haven't seen anyone actually prove it or show a video on what it really does. But what I'm guessing legendary difficulty is going to do is, so if you're playing on adept, your bow actually does, or your weapon actually does what the damage it shows on screen. So if you're playing on adept, you do 220 damage with this bow. I'm playing on master, so it does 50% of the damage that it shows on screen. So this bow actually really only doesn't do 220. It really actually does 110. On master, it's doing 50% of the damage. What it shows on screen there, and what it shows on screen would be as if you were set to adept. So, and the same with your enemy's attacks. Your enemy attack at adept does the standard enemy attack, when you play on Master, it does 2 times the damage to you. I'm guessing if they follow the same logic that they do for all the settings that are there for difficulty now, that basically what I've read and what I've seen, but I haven't seen anyone test it or prove it, but basically should do 25%. They should drop it down again to do 25% damage of what you would do at Adept. So I mean, if I was playing on Legendary, this bow would only be doing 55 damage, which would be 25% of what 220 actually shows on the screen there. And let's say your enemies are going to do 2.5 times damage or 3 times damage to you. So the bit I've seen with a few warrior type sword and shield guys, they were getting pained by enemies pretty quick. So it actually might make sneak and the archery, alchemy, enchanting, sorry, the smithing, enchanting, and alchemy loot valid. Guy's just wandering around by himself, is he? He's got a mate up the back, so let's actually stab this guy. See if we can actually get to his mate. And hear him round the other. Someone else has spawned. I heard one behind me in the headphones spawn. Let's hide in the dark corner here. These guys are very, very active. I've got to be really careful here. I'm in the shit. I need to distract these guys somehow. Get a bit of room to move here. Let's just go straight after this guy. And we've been detected. Let's go invisible. Duck around the corner here. Get the bow out. And shot on this guy here. See if I can get another shot on him. Can't see him now. That's his head there. And where's his mate gone? His mate's coming to me now. No, he's down the back there. I can see him down the back there. And I missed. That's right. Might draw him to where the arrow was, and it did. And why am I showing he's fully detected but still getting sneak attack? Another one spawning. Let's put shot straight on him. One to the left. Let's put an arrow down the back. See if we can get these guys to go down the back. Stop. Get him. He stopped where he was too. We'll get him. One more there. Go to the arrow. Go to the arrow. Come on. He's right there. Go onto the arrow. Just got him in time. More are spawning, are they? What have we got there? There's more spawning. Wow, that guy's ice skating around. Keep coming around the corner here to me, come on. How about you come here? You gonna go to the arrow? Not. Busy. Hold her ground and get him as he comes around the corner. And again. And we've made 100 in one-handed now. And we've cleared the tomb. Job done. Just pick up a little bit of spawn ash. I'm a bit short on stuff to make enchanting potions. Alright, let's get out of here, hand this quest in, and then maybe... I don't know. Yes, so what we'll do next, we'll probably... I might read that book, Winds of Change, I think. We'll hand this quest into this dude, and...
You honor the reclamation. Spirits be praised. I'm hoping you didn't suffer much at the hands of those foul beings.
Please, accept this as a token of my thanks.
2,000 gold. Thanks, buddy. I'm going to quickly speed through this, see if he's got another quest for me.
So, but now that they've been destroyed, when the Dunmer don't believe that death
No more
is the
quests.
end.
Alright.
We believe that it's the beginning.
Alright, let's actually, while we're here, we're safe inside, we can't get attacked by anything. Let's actually look at this book and let's go and do the Winds of Change book. Okay, that's a new, I don't know that. And I don't know if Frostcloak and Conjure Seeker is new to this, so we'll read them, learn the spells, and we'll read the Winds of Change and we'll do this quest line. We'll do this quest. So this black book I actually died in, I don't know, the second, third, fourth episode of this series. And I was actually wearing armor then. I got one-shotted by a by one of these tentacles, so hopefully I don't get one-shotted again. And this time I'm actually wearing no armor, so I'm even more vulnerable to being one-shotted by one of these tentacles. So hopefully it doesn't happen. The quests seem to be a little bit hard to come across in this Dragonborn DLC for some reason. I might actually have to break my self-imposed embargo on reading the wiki, and there's a seeker right there in front of me. Yeah, so I might actually break my self-imposed embargo on reading the wiki and looking at YouTube about the Dragonborn DLC stuff, because I'm sure there's a whole pile more quests to do, but I'm not actually finding them. Or the other thing I might do is, that's where Rallis is. I might actually, there's a whole pile up through this center here that I haven't actually investigated in the center here, so I might actually go there next and then just go for a bit of a free run around Holstein and see what I can find and discover. It's only a greater soul gem, I don't want that. I want to stay away from that tentacle. Let's go and see where we're heading off to. There's a seeker in there, but can I shoot him through there? I doubt it. No. All I've done is made him a bit aggro. Where'd he get? He's behind the door there. Is that a grand soul gem? It is a grand soul gem, I'll take that. I'll use the scry there, which is going to open this door, is it? And there's the seeker right in my face. Let's back up a bit. Tentacle. Where's this seeker now? There he is. Dead seeker. What have they got? Nothing I want. This character doesn't really need to be buying and selling. I've got, I don't know, 100,000 gold something on me. Got 100,000 gold in the house at Whiterun, so don't really need to buy and sell anything much on this character now. What do we got here? Seekers? More seekers, probably. Actually, a lurcher. Well, let's actually see if I can put this guy down the back here. Going the opposite way. Go to where the arrow landed, mate. That's where the problem is. I'm going to change my shout to slow time. Guy's going to go down the back. Go down the back, buddy. Glitching in the environment. Right, I'm going to put a shot on him. I'm going to hit slow time. See if I can get a couple more shots on him. I'm going to actually go invisible and move. He will have gone to where the shots were coming from. What's he going to do now? He's going to go back to where he was getting the shot, so I'm going to come back to here again. And let's see if I can put the guy up this side now. If I can get him to go up in there. But this is really just all about me trying to get a bit of distance between him and me so that I can put a couple of shots on him. Go right up in there, buddy. Get right up in there, go on. So it's about getting distance between me and the enemy. So now I've got distance on my side, I can put shots on him. Get hopefully a couple of shots that are sneak attacks, and then I've got distance between me and him, and I can get shots on him as he moves towards me. What's the lurch got? I don't know that I just explained all that very well, but probably explained it a heap of times before too. Arrows, ring of stamina. I'm overselling stuff. I'm not picking anything up anymore. Scry. And we got another scry over here. Oh, it opens the staircase. Okay, and we got a book here. Let's read this book. And that is probably going to be... Well, actually it is. It come up on the screen then. That's the end of the quest. What do we got here? Oh, we get a reward for finishing the book, finishing this quest. So, Companion's Insight. Your attacks, shouts, and destruction spells do no damage to your followers. Well, I don't really use followers, so I'm not worried. Scholar's Insight. Reading skill books gives you an extra skill point. Now that's really good, but this character's a level 67. If you're a lower level, that book would be really good to use. So I'm not going to take that one. What's this one? Lover's Insight. Do 10% more damage and get 10% better prices from the opposite sex. Well, I'm just going to take that. That'll do. There is actually a quest you can do. I think it starts in Markarth at the temple. And if you do the quest, you finish up with the permanent active effect of do 10% more damage to the opposite sex. So it's very similar to that. Don't think this character's actually done that particular quest. No, this character hasn't done that particular quest. Right, so let's read the book and get out of here. So read the book. A was the chain. All right. The other thing that you're going to get too with the 1.9 patch is you're actually going to be able to, any skills you've got to 100, you're going to be able to make them legendary, which is going to reset the skill back to 15 and give you back all your perks. So then you can re-level that skill and gain more levels. So like if you notice, this character hasn't really leveled up in this quest, in this series at all. That's probably because I'm using all the skills I'm using are all pretty much at 100. So it would mean I could, say, take smithing now, and I could make it legendary, and it would reset to 15, and I could level smithing all the way again and probably get another couple of levels for this character. So it would mean you could legitimately get a character level 81 now. We want quests. And we are going to go run up here, talk to the dude outside the burrow here, and we'll start the next episode off, I guess, by doing the next stage of this unearthed quest line. Come on, up you go. I'm sure he's just up here somewhere. Rallis here. What's going on, Rallis? You want me to kill Draga and pay you more money, don't you? Hey, dude.
Oh, I was hoping I wouldn't see you quite so soon. Yes, well, the mercenaries did their jobs. Worth every septim. Of course, they might disagree. The dead ones, anyway.
Gods, what a disaster.
I feel like we've done this before, but that just means we're getting good at it. You go make the Draugr dead again, and I'll keep the rest of these Enwars from running off.
What's an Enwar? I'll keep the rest of these Enwars from running off. I have no idea. Actually, Rallis, you're a bit of a prick, I think. I'm not liking you at all, Rallis. I hope you do double cross me and I have to kill you. Right, so I have no idea because I'm an idiot again, and I forgot to...
They couldn't hold off the Draugr, who can?
Yeah, like I said before she interrupted me, I'm a bit of an idiot and I don't know how long I've been recording. So I'm going to actually end this episode here. And we'll pick the next episode up exactly from this spot again. And we'll go in there and kill some Draugr and sort out Rallis's problem for him. So we'll end this episode here, and I will see you in the next episode. And probably just stop this episode and record straight up, I guess. So see you guys in the next episode.